On the September meeting, just to be clear, I think you've intimated Minister Phillips was the initiated that. That's correct, is it? Or was it you going to?
I'm trying to remember the origins. It almost certainly would have begun at some point with us writing and saying, we want to talk to you about this.
Okay. And at that meeting, you felt more confident than you had at your previous meetings with the previous government?
Yeah, there was a definite impression that there'd been more engagement across other departments to try and get, as I said before, a cohesive response to it, because the Home Office can only have responsibility for 4, and so it was clear that there'd been conversations going on that were trying to get agreement across government to deliver a more, say, comprehensive and cohesive package, and that became clearer at the meeting last week. And
that January meeting, the meeting last week, when was that arranged? Was that arranged in the wake of the publicity, or was that already in the calendar?
I'm afraid I can't remember exactly. Was it before Christmas or after?
It was arranged in the wake of the publicity, I think would be the way to describe it.
Just for the record, the meeting with Ed Davey, my understanding is, am I right? My understanding other Lib Dem MPs were present at that meeting?
One was, but to be honest, I can't remember precisely. There were certainly one.
I think it was one other MP and three advisors.
There might clearly be a case for another national inquiry if their systemic issues hadn't been addressed by your report, but your contention is presumably you have addressed those systemic issues, or you are seeking to address those systemic issues with your recommendations. Is that correct?
Yes, and there are a lot of recommendations across the piece on child sexual abuse that are also relevant to CSE. Of course they are. The recommendations are not exclusively for children who have been abused in schools or the church or wherever. They are equally, in terms of the behaviours, they're equally applicable to CSE.
And you talk about some police forces not prioritising this type of crime. Would the presence of another national inquiry be likely to encourage them, or would it give them another excuse for not prioritising it?
Well, I don't know. David Cameron announced made it a policing priority in 2015. But whether anybody's actually confirmed that it's actually happening, I don't know. Maybe a question to ask.